Oh
I
my
think
lord, what a
I
day.
think we should look at the analytics for the channel.
Okay, pop up the
Someone
screen.
who's been,
For
what do you
the
mean? I gave you the keys to the kitchen. Somebody
I
open
I
it up.
haven't. I've been working all day. I literally just got home a little while ago.
Everybody got a fucking life, Scott. I don't need excuses. Just say, I don't want to. Don't fucking, don't get me started. Don't get me started today with your fucking wine and my slump. Nope. Grounding. I watched so much anger management stuff today, guys.
Oh yeah,
Apparently, none of
what
it
on
stuck.
YouTube?
I needed it. I gotta
Oh, I no,
open
no, I
it up.
haven't looked at anything. Um.
Did
Anyway,
you at least subscribe and watch the
oh
videos?
fuck, I haven't hardly. Anyway, no, I haven't done hardly anything. I've been doing
I
10
don't
other
feel
things.
like you're taking this seriously. To
This
ask you to
is.
subscribe is not a fucking heinous, gigantic ask, buddy. Stop acting like we're asking you to climb fucking Mount Everest for subscribing to the podcast you're supposed to be participating in. See, if I have to say it with my gentle voice, because you'll get
I'm like one of those
defensive.
artists who never watch what they work on. Okay.
So you have no self awareness. Do you see where the problem lies?
No, 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 no. See, if I
Oh
had
my God.
self-awareness, then I'd actually be aware of the problem.
We need,
But you
that's
just said
what
I should
you
have
need to
no sense
work
of.
on. That's your goal.
No.
Self improvement with Scott.
I'm I'm looking at the
Oh,
channel
I'm
stuff.
just bringing it up now.
Open
Jesus
it up. Put
flipping
it
Christ.
on.
Well, I am
Whoa,
subscribed to
Screen share.
Stylist Rumble, that's for sure. Uh,
rumble ramble.
okay.
If you need educational videos, go to Stylish Rumble. That's my channel.
If you want to get dumber,
Proceeds go to
Ramble Rumble.
Stick out this
proceeds go
one.
to no, but my old videos. I have 150 videos of educational.
Nice.
There we go. Subscribed.
I'm looking
Holy
at it.
crap.
There's good stuff.
I do like the banner though. Arr, arr. We can all talk like pirates. Here we go.
Our crew can be the ramblers, like the people
This-
in the chat, because we're supposed to acknowledge the people in the chat, Scott. That's what
Yeah.
podcasts do.
I click the AI spark your next great idea under inspiration.
Oh,
Doodling a
geez.
sentient garden vegetables while planning a dramatic midnight backyard escape.
Oh my God, that sounds really fun.
Designing grumpy barista trolls serving espresso on a hollowed out forest acorns. It's like, okay, cool. Sketching whimsical cloud spirits raining colorful confetti over a gray city.
Oh my God, next drawing party, we should just do whatever.
Just hit the inspiration.
How do we make money, YouTube algorithm?
I don't know. It's pretty bad. I don't like those ideas are pretty crap.
I think they could be amazing because I do love whimsical. I mean, we did draw those mushroom people.
Yeah, we do.
So that's where it's drawing it's from. It's like you drew like weird whimsical gremlin mushroom people, so you must want more, like even whimsical-ier.
Yeah,
some of your things are not what I'd call whimsical. Okay, it's just I've seen your drawings. It's disturbing. I mean, it's not.
Oh,
Josh.
Years.
Yeah. Yes.
Years of anxiety. I've developed a very specific skill set of coming up with my own ideas.
Yeah, a little bit there. There's some stuff in there that I don't think anyone is going to ever take claim of. That's for sure. You know.
I will draw literally anything that comes in front of me. I don't care where it comes from. And it's like challenge. I'm like, challenge? It's both a blessing and a curse. I have 13 days worth of work.
13 days of work. Oh, ahead of you.
Oh, geez. It's only small contracts.
Honestly, I needed a couple small contracts to like rekindle the friggin' the hope.
Yeah.
We got an achievement. I'm gonna share the screen because you guys are so bad at participating. It makes me sick to my stomach.
It's not working.
It's not okay. I found the freaking thing. Holy crap!
I'm sharing it.
Oh, you're on light mode.
Light mode? What?
I'm on dark
Did I,
mode.
Oh, there it is.
did I screen
Okay.
share?
Yes.
Oh
You
yeah,
see my
yeah, I
screen?
can see it.
Okay.
Your account is
Look,
at
we got a
greater risk of
medal.
attack.
We got a medal. 50 subscribers.
Where's the?
So it's-
Oh, I see it.
So we
Oh,
got
look
an
at that.
achievement.
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
great?
must have been number 50. So
Nice.
there you go. Thanks. You're welcome.
We have
63.
63. You're number 63. You're in the room.
Oh my God.
You had even before the video came out, you had the password to this, and you could have gone there and you could have subscribed. Like Josh and I did.
Very good. Very good.
Deep breath, Tracy.
I'm just exercising a bit of standoffish disdain initially. Just kinda, I don't know if I want to listen. I don't know if I want to actually listen to this guy, Scott. I mean, he's a bit of an asshole. So
if you're mean to Josh, I'll be mean to you.
I said Scott, not Josh. Telling you the crap out of your ears, woman.
Well, you're not. If you're mean to Scott, what am I supposed to do then?
You'll just join in and
I'm
dogpile.
left without a move.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not going to fight you.
You literally told me to wear red.
All those anger management videos.
You told me to wear red because Friday nights are for fighting. I thought it was Saturday nights myself, but anyway, Elton John lied apparently.
It looks really. It looks really.
You are breaking up seriously bad today.
Oh, yeah, I thought there was something wrong with my audio.
Then just
break it up.
Ghost
Your internet, your net's dying. You're frozen.
You're stuck in a time warp there.
Sharing your screen is too much.
Oh my God!
Netflix are bogging down.
Did you go to Newfoundland already? Oh my God! It's gone away.
One of you is going to have to do it, apparently.
All right, I will.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can.
Can you
I'll see
hear
if
me
I
now?
can do it.
Let me hide
No,
all
my
the
audio is
crap
supposed
on
to
this.
do it.
Here, hold on.
Like the
Gotta hide the password there. Hold on. All right, so I'm going to share. Which screen am I going to share? I'm going to share that one. Share. You see it now?
Yep.
Oh, I got.
Didn't know it looks smart.
Okay, so anyway, I'm screen sharing one of my monitors here, so I don't even know what's going on. Okay.
So we have 96 views in our first week.
That's not bad.
That's not bad
That's a lot
for
of
the
people.
first week. Yeah, okay.
If we were all jammed in one room, that would be a smelly room.
Let's see.
Wouldn't it be?
You gotta click on the little RR at the upper right corner.
Ah, there we go. That's where you want to go.
Then you're gonna hit YouTube Studio.
Okay. See, I do a lot of this. The stuff that I do from my own channel, I usually use my phone, so it's a little bit different interface. Because that's where all my damn videos are. Okay.
Oh, 84% viewed? That's amazing. That's like a 45-second video.
Okay.
What's that? Where's that at? Is that?
I love analytics. I'm like, num 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 num.
Okay, so publish
what does
videos.
It mean?
So all
Does that mean
these
just
sketching
people
videos.
sit through the video? Is that all it means?
Okay. Top content. Dude, I like doodling weird little goblins. Okay, there we go. That's
1.4 thousand. So the first one you do, I think it like throws it out just to like cast a net.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll kind of have an idea of where to start you off. So the first one's always hit really high.
You got to do something with some of mine. I've had.
I have a small theory about that. I think like if try uploading the day of, because I think it's like because I scheduled them and the ones that are scheduled aren't getting as many views. So I wonder if it's like, oh yeah, like if you manually put it in for the day for like an instant premiere kind of thing.
That'd be an interesting.
Yeah. It's almost like the algorithm's trying to like it's like I know you're going to be hitting refresh to see how many people see this thing.
Content.
And like after about 2 hours, it's done.
There we go. 25.4 stayed to watch. 74 stepped swiped away. Shorts feed, YouTube search.
I think stay to watch is a significant thing because when I watched them, I did find them long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most.
Right?
I mean, they
so
are.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Well, most
No,
of
but
that stuff is.
it's important to keep them about the length that the people engage with. So it's better to upload a 15-second video if it's just oh, Mushroom Man, and then swipe away.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. I mean, a lot of stuff is very dependent upon how much time you can engage things. So, and then so many people these days do not watch anything, myself included. You know, I don't even hardly stick around for like a full 3-minute, song.
I listen to 3-hour conversations.
Oh my God.
Regularly. Like if I see something that's I know it's gonna last forever, I'll stick around. Even I'll be like, this is the one.
I can't stand the short form stuff. I just, it drives me nuts. Maybe it's just because my algorithm's really messed up, but I get like.
Or you're too old. You too old.
Maybe. I just don't. I don't feel anything. It doesn't do any. I find it horrific.
I like short form content, but like, to me, it's like a little bit of junk food. Like it's like a little treat.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, I really just need my brain to just shut up. Like, just give me a break from my own thoughts. And I mean, it's brain rot. Like it just steals your attention so effectively that when I really need like a brain itch, but I jumped off TikTok.
You should, Tracy, you should probably disconnect and reconnect.
Since they sold it, because now it's.
Yeah, you keep breaking up on us.
Yeah.
Sound like you're in
you're like
space or something.
Yeah, you're like the $6 million man or something crashing into Earth. No one's going to get that reference. It's too old. Anyway.
The $6 million man crashed into
the
Earth?
opening scene of the $6 million man. Google that. It's like, you're breaking up, Chief. You're breaking up. Boom, boom, boom. The Ray and his ship crashes. I
don't know if I've ever seen it. I did see like some of the clips of him and Bigfoot.
Yeah, everyone's seen those ones, but the $6 million man. It was a good show for the day. I mean, it was fun. It was a little wacky, but it was actually pretty good. I actually went back and rewatched it, and it was not as cringy as like I love Battlestar Galactica. Don't get me wrong, 1978 version. It's great, big ships and everything else like that. Trying to watch the episodes, oh my God, it was so painful.
Are you watching them like lately?
I've watched them like maybe a year ago, and I went through 2 or 3 or 4 of them, whatever. I thought, and I just stopped. I just couldn't go through it. It was just so clunky, so clunky.
Yeah. We have a lot better choice these days. It's hard to go back and watch some of that stuff.
Yeah, I was having a discussion about that exact thing today about how dialogue and stuff like that has changed from from year to year to year. And you look back at the 80s and sort of like everyone's got these nostalgic views of 80s movies and things like that. And then you go back and some of it doesn't land as well because of trends. Some of it doesn't sound as good because it's been so heavily mimicked in the modern era through memes and repetition or these I want to do an homage to
it just sounds really familiar.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's getting it's repetition, repetitive. So a lot of things that we think sound good, we want to go back and revisit. When we get there, it's like a favorite song. Oh, I love that song, but you've heard it 3,000 times, and it's like I really don't want to hear that damn song ever again. And it just some of that stuff just people keep regurgitating it. I mean, they're doing more and more reboots. There's a new Rockford Files coming out this fall. There's a new.
I don't even know what that is.
James Garner, Jim Rockford. He played a detective. Yes.
These are words.
Yeah,
that's a name.
The point of the matter is David Boreanaz, who is Angel in Buffy. He was in 12 Years on Bones. Then he was in Navy SEALs. He's done a whole bunch of stuff. The guy's never been unemployed in the last 30 years, for crying out loud. But he's the quintessential square
he's
job.
Gorgeous.
Maybe so. Very good. I'm sure he does well. But the thing is, now I saw a promo picture of him as Jim Rockford, and it was like it's like they dug up James Garner and just just said, okay, David Boreanaz, okay, they're pretty darn close. Let's go. and there he is. Green light
I
the
don't know
show.
who James Garner is.
Again, if you Google it,
Do we have a topic?
it's like a
If we're
slightly
not
older
interested
version.
in this, we should start with a topic.
Yeah, we should start. Anyway,
Google it.
it was just the
Okay,
whole point
yeah,
of
let's
all
stop
that stuff.
screen sharing because we're not
Yeah.
paying attention to.
Anyway, the
And then we
analytics
can
look
start with
fine.
the question because you guys found one.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to stop
The
sharing.
paragraph is going up. That's all that matters.
All right. Okay. So, yes. Creative constipation. Was that the title or something like that? You're blocked and you can't get unblocked. That's what Josh, I think you put out something like that, wasn't it?
Creative block, art block.
Yeah,
creative constipation. Yes, I think that was that was maybe my phrase or something I've heard. Anyway, creative. Yes, you have a
check
block.
the chat.
It was talking about how to unblock when you're blocked, which is
or just the general topic of it. So, well, what's your experience with creative block? Are you somebody who experiences it? Because I don't. Like when it comes to drawing,
I don't generally. I mean, obviously, everyone gets kind of stuck at some point for something.
I wish it would stop. I wish the hose of fucking information in my brain would stop. So I don't know what it's like to have art block.
But I have certainly given advice to many who have. So
maybe you should give it to us now.
Well, there's a lot of things. I mean, they often start with the simple ones. Try to get a little coffee or get a little exercise. Go out and change your perspective, get some fresh air, get some air of any kind. Put on some fresh clothes. Go have a shower. I mean, the usual physical stuff is a good start. Do not get shit faced. Do not wallow in video games and pot all day. I mean, it's those things.
Triple titty Sonic porn. That won't help your art block.
It might.
It might.
No, it'll steal your attention.
Well, of course, but I mean, again, physical exercise to some extent. I don't know. Whatever.
That's vigorous. What? You need some heart medication if you think that's an exertion.
Well, there's, I'm sure there's people out there who put their A game into it, I guess.
I only really get art blocked when it's for like a professional project. When it's just like, all right, here's people, they want this. Come up with some ideas, and you're just like, I have no idea what this is or why it's interesting.
I go to Pinterest.
Yeah, and you have to look up
Pinterest.
inspiration and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I think that's the only time I really feel it. The other times it's just like, I don't know, you might open your sketchbook and look at a blank page and be like, I don't know. But it's just like,
I just draw whatever's in front of me.
Yeah.
Just like shoes, lamps, like whatever's in the vicinity, whatever I can see, I would draw it. And I used to carry my sketchbook around, and I'd sit at subways, like subway stations, or I'd sit at the train station, the mall, for like 9 hours at a stretch, just drawing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, getting
you
different
never
inputs.
run out of stuff because there's an endless source of stuff. Just if you're a dude, like drawing at the park can be pretty. Sometimes people get in trouble. So bring a friend.
Wear sunglasses.
A lady.
Yeah.
borrow a child.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
I know one guy who got. I only know one person who was yelled at the mall. It was an older dude, and he was just drawing people at the mall, and a man confronted him because he was like just not okay with it.
You're capturing everybody. You're gonna steal my soul.
Yeah. Forget about all the security cameras around that are being watched and resold in China or whatever. But okay.
Well, some people they're overreactive.
Well,
that's why I watched all those anger management videos.
Apparently, some of it worked. Okay. I gave advice and this something works for me is if you're building any kind of world, a lot of people get stuck on some of the big ideas and so forth like that. But sometimes just going into, the details of something as simple as a word, make up a new word, combine a couple words, go into a bit of a research hole about how a word is made. Go pick out a couple different words from different languages, look in their history, look at the evolution of a word, then come up with a couple, of interesting words for your world, and then start looking into how they may have started and how they've evolved, how they've been changed, how they've been influenced. And as soon as you start going into those little rabbit holes of something so, pedestrian as a word, all of a sudden you branch off into different aspects of your world creation. How did it get there? What was the society like? Do they have a medieval era, in your world or whatever? And then as soon as you start doing that, then you start coming back to, what were the people like at the time? Why were they using that language?
The danger of this is you will become someone like me who has been working on the same story since I was 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have not finished anything.
Yeah, but it's that's
I
true.
have gigs and gigs and gigs of artwork and trunk novels and
Just
lore and all the
full of words.
I have an entire pantheon of gods and all of their different holidays and rituals that they have to do throughout the year. And you know what? This is just, I can never tell this story. I can only make something if it's somebody else's. That's the curse I've been given. Maybe
in your case, I would say you probably need, a dispassionate, person who can kind of run shotgun with you and kind of gauge, do the whole Thelma and Louise thing until the end.
That's why I'm making this pitch, so that I can actually get you guys to understand what the fuck I'm saying.
No, most creatives have that stuff in the background. I mean, I've got a stack of pitches and ideas.
Google documents get mighty hefty.
Guys, that's plan A. Like, this is plan C. I have so many things that I'm like cooking and simmering at all times, like creative projects that are just like are slowly going up and never getting finished.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as like creative block, I mean, like I say, do your research into your world building. That's a big one. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as soon as you start creating and spinning out from there, it branches. And as soon as you start branching, a lot of the juices going on, start flowing. As far as
question where the pressures are, like if you're super creatively blocked, just like start wondering where those pressures are. Like, is it the pressure to succeed? Are you trying to make something perfect, or are you just, like, because it's just, I don't know. I can see that, like somebody just putting way too much pressure on themselves to like come up with something super amazing that everybody's gonna love, and it's just like, if you're making something for like everybody, you're making something for nobody. You got to really sort of think about what you love and sort of reflect that into the world.
Yeah, you got to tell your story. There was
my problem is my story is bigger than my capacity. Like, it is an epic. Like, Scott's always like, oh, so deep. Like, why are you getting so fucking deep all the time?
No, like, I'm not. Jesus Christ.
Editing Tracy here. I just want to include this clip from last week.
Well, not everything has to be fucking bloody, heart-wrenching, goddamn, the most terrible Les Miserables shit that you can possibly imagine.
But this story is a really, like, emotionally intense story. And I was basically emotionally illiterate until my mid-20s. And then I found people who were like,
illiterate. I'm gonna
yeah. No, I didn't know that other people couldn't turn their feelings off. Like, I completely disassociate from my feelings at will. I can just turn them off. And I thought everybody could. And then
isn't that sort of like the definition of a psychopath or something?
No, it's a sociopath. I don't know. I'm broken in the brain. Listen, if anybody in the comments who can guess my diagnosis, I'll tell you if you're right. I'm not going to reveal it.
That's fun.
Oh my God, just talk about that.
It's long. It's long, guys.
It's
got
long?
hyphens.
I mean, okay, let's just get back on the subject here. I mean, as far as, dealing with characters, I mean,
that's the thing. Because I was emotionally literate, I didn't have the vocabulary of emotions to be able to convey, like, the tone that I knew it was a love story, but I couldn't get love to come across, or like, because I keep telling you guys I'm backwards because, like, I actually don't feel the same type of feelings that you guys do. And it's something that I've been learning.
Were you even born on this planet?
We've been over this. I lived in a garden shed until I was 5 years old.
You are
and you're
a gnome.
making fun of my hillbilly heritage.
I was going to say garden, but anyway.
It's real. When I was a little toddler, I used to be tied to the clothesline with my sister, and she's a biter.
Okay, there are jokes here that do not even come
like
close
a fun
to
video game.
Why do you think I keep telling you this is going to be such a good show? It's fucked. It's like the Addams Family.
I swear to God.
But Newfoundland.
I swear to God, we just need to prompt you a little bit, put you on a stage, and you're ready to go. If we can put you on a stage, I guarantee you'll be
We're
hanging out there.
literally on a stage, Scott. That's what
No,
this
no, no. You
podcast
got to
is
do this live.
about.
You got to do this live. You got to do it.
Have you
real
seen
st-
our analytics?
No, no.
Guys, we
Stand up.
got like 100 views. I want to like just shout out some people actually,
Okay.
Yeah.
because there's been some people that have been around for a while.
Okay, well, you're looking it up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
say,
I'm just
like,
gonna read
just take your story, take your main characters and all that, just put them aside. You've done enough world building that you have this entire
No, there's one
world.
more character who I haven't figured out because
Just move them all aside for now. Just put them all in the corner, and
I'm
then
close.
just
I'm
make
close.
a new character that's not important to you in
Well-
any way, shape, or form.
Well, that's why I wrote those 2 romance scripts.
Kill them off at the end of the story, and then put them in your world, and then just
No.
like make a little 5-page comic book, or like a
Oh,
30-second
I
animation.
have several novels though. Like I've done enough of that. It's time to move on. I have to move on, and I don't know how. And that's like the whole story is this girl wants to be able to make a spell, and she can't make spells. She can only cast spells.
What's the difference?
Because to invent a spell, you have to do all the admin. Right?
Mhm.
It's like art block.
It's
Right?
like art block.
It's
Well,
like art
like,
block.
You
It's a
start
metaphor.
small and you work out. I mean, that's the thing.
You gotta look. She's
Well,
just
that's
gotta
the
come
thing,
up
she
with
learns
a
to
word, and then
cast
she looks at other
spells.
languages and she comes up with
Well,
more words. And
All-
eventually, there's a giant binder.
a good example of getting back onto the
I'm gonna
topic
put-
here.
I'm gonna put the like posters on the screen over
Okay.
there.
While you talk about that, I'm just going
Or
to say,
down there somewhere.
if you don't play D&D, definitely
Just
should play
point.
D&D.
We'll take.
D&D
over
has
here,
some
maybe?
great
Oh, my hands disappear.
D&D
Oh, no.
has some great ways of building a character using just random tables. Sometimes that is a great way to help get unblocked in terms of, designing a character, setting up actions for a character, what a character would do in a situation. Just looking up on the internet or in D&D games or role-playing games in general, random attributes, random behaviors of characters. Even if it's just weird shit that comes up, spin it out, see where it goes. Somebody has a hidden psychopathic streak or something like that, and
I don't hide it though. I told you guys.
I'm not saying you do. I'm just simply saying it can come out at
I've
any
been
given
very
time.
transparent.
It could come out at any time.
Look, it's just an
With-
example. It's not
with-
anybody in
with
the room
a-
with us
you
right
know,
now.
It's the violence that follows.
Just say
Will
it.
she? Won't she kill someone? Me? Whoever? At one
But
particular
listen,
time?
Yeah, we're just saying you can't roll for lack
That's
of
the
empathy.
fight. We have to be kind. That's the fight because it's hard
The kind fight. Okay, we have to be.
to be
Okay.
kind.
We have to kill to
Yeah,
be kind.
yeah.
We have to be kind
Anybody
to
who's
be to
mean
kill.
loses the game.
That's right. Kill them with kindness. Gotcha. Okay, we're
wanna
seeing where
be
we're
I'm
going with
nicer
it.
Swap
to
wizard.
everybody else than I am to myself, if that helps. That doesn't. No, I heard it when I said it.
No, but you're absolutely mean to me sometimes, and it's like, oh my god.
You're
So
mean to
it's,
me though too. So
I like you. You're awesome.
I found a crappy
See?
light.
Now she's frozen again. Damn it. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's a Cylon. What is wrong
I
with the
really
internet
struggle with
tonight?
sincerity because I don't trust anybody,
Oh,
including you, especially anybody.
oh my god.
But all
What?
people. Yeah. No, I trust very few people.
Against what though? I mean, what? Not
That's
to steal
good,
your
keep you
hamburger
safe,
though,
right?
or is it actually,
Mhm.
say what we actually
Keeps you
really
super
mean?
safe,
Like,
and then you
trust
don't
me, if
have
I didn't
to-
like you, it wouldn't be here. End of story.
You never have to open up. It's great.
But I don't need reassurance about it, Scott. That's the thing. That I'm never reassurance seeking.
Oh my lord. Anyway.
When I'm telling like a crazy story, like I figured it out. When I'm telling a story about like the coal miners and stuff, it's because I'm like, I don't want to hear your excuse.
Oh no, she keeps freezing.
Which is mean. And do I freeze every time I get sincere? Is that what-
Well,
I
yeah,
think
a little
so.
bit.
You're
I
in here,
think
it's
so.
Like, no.
Too powerful. I need a more
Yeah.
powerful microphone. The spell's working.
I think it's just crappy internet on a Friday night. That's all. So
There's too many
I don't know.
people hogging up the internet tubes.
Everyone's that's what it is.
Google image searching the guy from that show Scott said. I can't remember already.
James Garner.
He sounds
The
like
Rock-
it sounds
the
like an
Rocker
underwear.
I'm gonna
Fine.
put a picture of whoever James Garner is right here.
Okay.
Put up a picture of underwear instead.
Oh,
Just be
what's
like,
our
"This is James
average
Garner."
age? Let's see if we have like sort of an age demographic that we're talking to.
Do we have
I'm
those
surprised
analytics
you're not an analytics person, Scott. I figured you'd love analytics.
I do, but again, until you get a statistical number that actually makes a difference and you can actually make use of it, I know enough about the subject. I know enough from dealing with PR that it's useful information if you plan to, exploit it. And that's where it comes down to some degree of, I'm a terrible marketer and PR person in that sense because I'm not that evil. I just
I
don't
thought you were a
tend
good
to.
marketer.
No.
Telling us
Understanding
a
it is
little
one
while ago
thing.
you're good at this.
I
You're
understand.
gonna do
I do
it for
understand.
us.
I think
But
that's the beautiful thing about having all these conversations while we're recording, because we're not bamboozling anybody.
no,
Because I feel that way too.
They
I
know
don't
we're
like
idiots.
selling people stuff because I feel like I'm tricking them.
I was in sales. I had done
Oh my
sales.
god, we got that one comment of the guy going like, "You guys sound like you have no idea what you're doing" and stuff like that. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
much.
that's the show. That's the show.
Yeah.
That's why we had to leave the old place, because now the people who are looking for something that's absurd,
It's a show about. It's like
they
Seinfeld.
are
Show
the
about
ones
nothing.
who are going to show up.
No, we
But
don't know what we're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing.
I could never be. I did sales and I was actually pretty good at it. But because I was an educator first, I would, introduce the product, tell people about the product, find out what it could be useful for, blah, blah. I wasn't going to sell it. Hey, you got to buy one because your buddy bought it, kind of idea. I get you a good
What
deal.
were you selling? What was it you're selling
computers, appliances, you name it. I did all of it, whatever Future Shop was selling.
Oh, what was the coolest appliance?
The most interesting sale I had in appliances was this lady who came in, and I noticed everyone just disappeared as soon as she came in. Like all the people in different departments just suddenly vanished. It was like watching rats scurry away. I had no idea who she was. She wandered around, went over to the department, and boom, all of a sudden all the reps just vanished. And then she came wandering over to me and it was like, and everyone was kind of peeking up over the edge going, oh my God, what's he going to do? And I'm like, anyway, talked to her and she was a bit of a tough cookie. And
You
I
put
kind
her
of
hand in a blender.
no, she asked tough questions. I answered the questions, and anyway, she got what she wanted, or at least got an idea. I gave her some ideas and gave her some numbers, and then afterwards, everyone was like, even the assistant manager came back and said, "Are you fucking crazy? You talking with that woman?" She came in and ripped us all new ones with cell phones and did this and did that, and everyone was just absolutely terrified of her. Anyway, a week later, she came back in and did the song and dance again. Everyone again, once again, they all scattered. But this time, she walked
She was
out.
Karen?
No, but she was tough. She was a tough, smart, educated woman, and I gave her proper respect. And she walked out with like $7,000 worth of appliances and full
What was
installation.
the worst appliance you ever had to sell? Like, what was the crappiest one that you were like, yeah, you have to sell this? And you're like,
honestly, appliance, not so much. I don't remember those ones, but there was a computer that was returned like 6 times. And they'd pack it up, open box it, send it back out. Someone would buy it for like $200, and it kept getting cheaper and cheaper. And I kept saying, "You really don't want to buy this? No, just give me the cheapest computer. You don't want to buy this one. It's been back 5 times. No. Sure enough, it comes back. This is a terrible computer. I told you it was a terrible computer. I
why
told
was
you
it terrible?
it was utterly gutless. I mean, utterly, and it was the cheapest thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was a terrible computer. But I was honest. I wasn't
Land
saying
the plane, Scott.
The point is that I always tried to be straight up. The lady that I dealt with spent $7,000. I got a huge commission check out of it, and everyone was like, "Oh, we're not worthy," kind of thing. But because they just,
we can't believe you blended up her hand like that.
I mean, it was great. Everything was fine.
I went door to door trying to get people to sign up for charity work as like a summer job.
Oh,
and
God.
I was awful at it. But every time I ran into an old lady, they'd be like, "Oh my God, you remind me of my granddaughter. Come in and look at the pictures." So I just spent all summer like basically hanging out with old ladies and eating cake at their house and looking at photo albums.
That's the best.
I made like $40.
There was one guy I knew, a guy named Andrew, he was a doctor in Poland. He came over, sold encyclopedias, and it was a tough gig, and I didn't stick around for long, but he did, and he had this kind of weird, big bushy beard, deep blue eyes, and had this really, thick Polish accent. "I'm here coming from Poland to support my family and start new life." and all that kind of stuff. And he sold like gangbusters. No one could resist him. He just
Oh yeah,
walked
yeah.
in
The
and just,
like empathetic,
yeah,
like
yeah. But I mean, eventually, I think he went back to school and got his and got his accreditation for over here and everything else. Like I went back to being a doctor, but he
good
was,
for him.
yeah, yeah, and but he was just unstoppable because of the look, the accent, just the sob story from coming from Poland, sporting. None of
I
it
wish
was
I had
wrong.
that. No, I don't. Do I?
No, no.
You
I
can
mean, it
make
was.
one up.
I have a really good sob story. I super do. I literally lived in a garden shed. It's super easy to spin that, guys.
But
I don't know,
it
that sounds
sounds
kinda
like
fun.
you were literally where you grew up as a gnome. You literally were hanging out with rakes and you had a pointy hat. That's what it sounds like. As soon as I say the word garden shed, I automatically think of a gnome. I'm
That's
sorry,
what it
I just do.
was.
You
Yeah, my parents needed a place to stay, and my grandmother had a shed, so they moved in there. And my dad built onto my nan's house. He built some rooms onto it, and then by the time I was 5, he finished it, and we moved in there. Isn't it beautiful?
So you started off life as a
That's
gardener.
not bad.
Okay, well
You
that's
got
not bad.
it's
Not
like
so bad.
camping. It's like,
Yeah.
you got to do some cool camping next to the pools and open canisters of
If you
gasoline and stuff.
if you ever get a chance, listen to a sketch by Monty Python called "The Four Yorkshiremen," and specifically the version that was actually put out on the album Monty Python Live from Drury Road. If you ever get a chance to that, listen to "The Four Yorkshiremen," because it's these 4 guys who are rich and successful sitting around talking about the old days. And you remember when we were poor? Oh, we were so poor.
That's
and
one of Newfoundland's favorite things to do is commiserate.
yeah, but
It's
that's
a
what it is.
pastime there.
Oh yeah, I remember in high school they redid the damn thing as 4K partners. But anyway, it was great. But it just basically it starts off with like we were poor. No, we were poor. We were so poor. Oh, you cannot believe how fucking poor we were. We were so poor. We were living in a shoebox. That kind of thing. You know. We
But then
couldn't.
the game in Newfoundland is to go all the way down and then go, but I mean, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, there were some good things about it. Oh yeah, this was kind of cool. Like the going up and down in those stories is like a national. It's a provincial pastime.
Yeah, it is. Like
we
I
go
say,
all the way down the dirt. We talk it like we rip it apart and make it sound absolutely destitute and horrible and sinful and bad. And then we turn around, we bring it back up again. We just go on these big waves of conversational bullshitting.
Yeah, well, that's any kind of blue collar town is going to have the same sort of thing. Whether you work in a mill or whether you work in a mine or whatever else, it's going to always have people who are going to be saying, we were so poor we couldn't afford a cup of tea without milk or sugar or tea.
That was a true story. I'm so full of gratitude because I grew up that way because I don't have all the problems that they had.
No,
I do feel grateful every day that I don't have to work in a mine. Like I practice gratitude because I went to church for like a long time. So it's like just like a part of my life to like actually think very hard about feeling gratitude on a regular basis.
There, but for the grace of God go I know, I got it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's anyone who's done reasonably well should probably say, shit could have happened and gone the other way. It is, you should stay
a little bit sometimes.
Little humble and hungry is what you always should be. Okay, we've got less than a minute. We're gonna go back for round 2.
And that's how you.
Breaking.
Yeah, that's
do you have time for another one,
guys? The internet's tubes are stuffed.
Yeah, I think I can put a short one in. All right, we'll end this one here, and we'll come back. You can do the next one, Tracy.
Yeah. Bye. All right. What's the topic now? I love having a topic because then I think that because we weren't just fucking spit and swear at each other, I can see a couple different videos. Like I might try and like chunk them up. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I might actually make a video where I just go and like look at the commenters and just talk to them directly.
Well, this is something that at some point
it'd be fun to do like a live kind of thing where we
I don't know how we can do that logistically.
Well, no, you can do that on YouTube with YouTube Live. There's a couple different functions.
The 3 of us,
but to have us all on here, kind of thing, right?
If you can walk me through the logistics,
through something like OBS or something like that. There's ways of doing
it. OBS won't talk to most things all that well.
What the idea is that you would actually have a Zoom meeting that is then OBS or whatever brought over into YouTube as a camera, and then YouTube uploads the whole thing at one go.
If you could
Again,
be Mr. Tech Support and walk us through it, I'm down. I'm just an idiot.
I haven't done it, but I mean, I know it can be done. No, but I played around with OBS enough to know that you can create anything that is a feed and turn it into, quote, a camera. And if you can take a screen or whatever else like that, if anything's happening on screen, that becomes a camera. The camera then goes and can be uploaded to somewhere else as a
it's
stream.
just that Zoom has sort of a lock on it, so you have to pay for premium if you want to use features like that.
Yes, if you do it that way. But if you use something like OBS, which is straight up screen capture,
it won't talk. It won't talk to it. I tried. It just goes. Nothing comes up. It's blank.
Oh,
Zoom has a little fail safe on it.
Well,
like,
listen,
no. That's taking our money.
If anybody wants to research it over the next week, we can do it next week.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't want to sit here and try and speculate on how to do that. That doesn't sound fun.
I'm sure we could figure it out. I'm sure we could figure something out.
I'm sure maybe you can figure out. I'm really bad at figuring things out.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
See what we can do.
I have ADHD. I don't know how to sit down and read boring stuff and find the way. I don't know how.
You YouTube it. You don't read it. You just have some guy do it on camera, and then you hit the pause button.
I'm done learning.
Back up a little bit. Wait, what was that? And then he says it again, and then and you're just lost. It's great.
Yeah.
No, scary. I don't like it. Go back to my drawing. It's safe.
Yes. The other idea that I did pitch for was the idea of doing a reaction video to something that has, like, initially at least,
again, if you figure out the logistics of it, I am down.
Well, again, we could always put something on screen.
I don't want to talk about what we will do. I want to figure out what we're going to do right now. Just be able to just talk about it without props, without me needing to look.
Do we have to Do we have to beef up our reaction faces? Like, oh,
maybe we do.
I can't believe that.
That people want reactions to stuff.
Well,
they want you to be expressive.
No.
Why were you doing a deep dive into Ghost Love Score? I mean, that's the most, reacted to video in history.
I was watching all the reactions because I love.
There's 1,500 of them. Holy crap!
Yeah, and I like hearing the different things that people say, because different people have different opinions on the same topic.
That's true, but the vast majority of people was like, it's awesome. That one.
Yeah, but that's what you look for, the gems, like the charismatic voice. She did a really interesting one, because at the time I didn't know who she was, so I was just kind of fishing around for something that, like, a person to listen to for other reactions, and then you can go into what other songs have they reacted to. Yeah, that I know that I'm interested in hearing the reaction to. Actually, what I really love is watching, like, young people, like 25-ish, listening to songs I love from when I was young, like Black Betty.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Everybody dance now.
You weren't around when that came out. Good Lord.
What one? I think he was.
Black Betty? No, that was 1972.
No, I've listened to oldies. My parents live in the ancient past, remember?
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah. But the thing is, like I say, when that came out, you weren't.
My dad is planting his beets right now. My mom sent me a picture because he's planting his beets.
Uh-huh.
So he can pickle all his beets for the winter.
Pickle all his beets.
And mom's getting all her paintings done so she can sell them on the side of the road. She got a little stall that she puts. She sells used items and nice home done paintings. She ever in Newfoundland?
What are her paintings of?
Just like boats and the ocean and
So like the tourist fair stuff.
Well, that's what I was gonna do. Like, I was gonna start adding to the collection of roadside paintings, because the industry is so bleak. I was literally just looking for a new job. Like, what would I do if I can't do what I've been doing this whole time? Because I don't know if you know this, guys, but this is my entire personality.
Dream catchers? Like the dream catchers you can buy? I want to make hantavirus catchers and sell them down where the cruise ships come in. So
oh my God.
Get hantavirus.
Sure. And you can upload the videos here, because I'd be curious to see how that goes. And so I think other people would be.
The video's just people beating the ever-loving shit out of me.
I don't know why before, like, you didn't realize you had agency before now. I don't know. I like where did I miss the explanation? I'm a really bad communicator, guys.
I just did a quick search on, by the way, on public domain stuff, and there's tons of it out there. So if you ever want to review cartoons that are public domain and completely free of copyright for any reason, there's tons. You can always
It's just
download
gonna
them.
be me going like, "Oh, the people that worked on this are dead." Every
Oh
cartoon.
Lord,
Actually,
no.
I had a really fun. My buddy just finished up. He's a teacher down in Minnesota, and he just finished up the school year. And I've been just kind of keeping in touch with him because I'm like, your life must be fucked right now, and you got to teach a class. You got to stay. You got to talk to human beings while all this shit is on the go. Holy fuck! So he just wrapped up, and he sent me his students' work, and y'all, these were so good. Like all of them were like really good. And I was like, the next generation of artists, like, because I've been kind of thinking like there's going to be big shows coming back. Like it's going to happen someday. And there's no, everybody our age is kind of like moving on and stuff. Like almost everybody I started out with is gone. There's like nobody left. And so we're going to have just this crew full of baby artists toddling out of college. And we're going to have to like steer the ship with just like all brand new people. But like getting those videos, like seeing how good they were doing, I was like, okay, it's going to be cool. Like I actually felt more relieved seeing how like, I mean, they have so many resources, I guess, but
yeah. The resources now are amazing.
Yeah,
I wish
there's
I had
like
them when I was
3
younger.
that I'm like, I'd hire these for like animation, and there's a few is like, if I like, actually there was one where I was like, dang, if I'd seen this short before we did this project, I would have had some cool ideas to like a lot of cool like textures and screen tones and just so cool.
Yeah.
They're gonna be all right, the kids these days.
It doesn't help that we don't have much time to experiment.
Pinterest. I go straight to Pinterest. And I'll just scroll and I'll take like 10, 20, and I'll just like make a board, like an inspo board. And then I'm
When's
just
the deadline
like,
for this project? Oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
I admit when it comes to things like After Effects, like I spent the last week doing some introduction credits for a movie and on After Effects, and I got next week to do as well. And a lot of it is I'm getting questions, how are you going to do this and how am I going to animate the water and stuff like that, because that's what I do. I'll take a Photoshop file that's a still image and I'll turn the whole thing into 20 seconds of animation or something like that from one image. Take all the elements, add motion in the water and add a boat rocking up and down, or the clouds going by, or a star field or whatever. And there's a lot of stuff to actually do to kind of create that. But if I don't know how to do something, trust me, I will look it up so fast it'll make your head spin. Never underestimate the power of someone who's already done this. It's good to learn from others. Do not assume you can reinvent the wheel. You can't. Simple as that. Why bother?
Why bother? That's my saying for 2026.
Well,
why bother?
Not, revolutionizing the wheel.
That's going to be the thumbnail. Why bother?
Why bother?
There we go. If you've got a great idea, then great, do it. But if you have to just add water, there are many techniques. Oh, my recording has been
I'm not really sure what the topic is.
I
think it was to get over creative block.
Yeah, that was the
I thought we were going to come up with a new one.
Oh, crap.
No, we were discussing.
I think I'm going to put out like smaller chunks, and one could be like creative block, and say 8 minutes we managed to stay on topic for that. I think that was pretty successful. Yeah. And then take all the bullshit and call it like just the bullshit, and just put that as a separate.
Oh, like the full thing? That's a good idea.
Like, yeah, just all the like the whole video.
Yeah.
So that people can just like vibe out or whatever. I don't know. I watch 3-hour videos. I don't think it's out of this world, but like the shorter ones are probably the ones that
some people watch the full things. They said it's like sitting in a studio space and they listen to it while they work, and that's really neat.
Oh yeah, yeah. This person, I can't remember what the comment is, but I'll go look it up.
Okay.
Suggested that, talking about like what it was like to be in the studios back in the day.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
the thing that really surprised me the most was the amount of penis drawings.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that happens as much now, but when I
No, it's more
first
corporate now.
started,
Like,
yeah, there was a lot of like
yeah,
there were these two guys who used to draw all these like weird aliens like doing stuff with their penis, just like using it as a tool, like a golf club,
yeah.
and they were
There's tons of that.
just everywhere, everywhere.
It was like a frat house back when I
Yeah.
first started. It was very much like, we had like a beer and pizza every second week. And we were there working all the time. You work a ton of overtime in this industry. So we're there like, working all the time, and you almost make like a little family out of everybody.
It's the
And that's
crew.
sort of a dangerous spot to be.
Well, that I like bouncing around. Like I love going crew to crew because you just meet all these like interesting people. Everybody has different skill sets. It's like a heist, like a pirate heist, and you all like have your different skills and you all like clamor together and try and figure out how to get this like thing done. And it's such a like it's actually a miracle that people can come together like this creatively and make television shows because the making of it is so like there's so much frustration and like
Yeah.
then at
It's
the
almost
end
like a
like it all
controlled chaos.
yeah, well, it depends on the place. This place is just chaos. I've worked in control chaos. It is luxurious. It's just too much work, but you know what it is, when you need to have it done, where to send it, what to call it. You don't need to like make it up as you go. Create your own folder structures.
Yeah.
So luxurious. I mean, I can do the chaotic lifestyle, but it certainly
Yeah,
takes
not
a
a lot
lot
of people
more.
can. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of attention, but it is what it is. You just work.
Well,
It's a job.
Well, I love
It's a
this little
factory
like
work.
boutique, like these little like 4-man, 5-man jobs. These have been so fun.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, the smaller projects. But it's so annoying because it's just like you're done so fast, and then it's just like
Well, I just work super intensely. Like I think you can vouch for that. I've just been like putting 1,000% into this work because I know it's only like 3 weeks. I'm like, this is going to be showcase ready. I won't do that if I know I'm working 9 months. I won't work at this pace.
No, you can't.
Oh, it'll kill you.
Yeah, I'll die. I burned out before, and I don't recommend it.
Yeah, well, I've got another week to finish all the stuff
Burnout
I'm working on right
sucks.
now. I've got a week, and that's it.
Does it feel good? Or does it feel tight?
That's tight.
They just handed me another extra scene today that I was not
Cool.
working on. Yeah, so like there's now 1, 2, 3, 4 scenes I have to do. Probably one of them is going to take me half a day. The other 2, 3 are going to take me at least a full day, if not more, because there's a lot of layering work and atmospherics and stuff like that. And the thing is, it could have started back in the end of April, but just got missed in terms of my involvement. And there's only 2 others. I mean, Adam did the original storyboards or animatic storyboards or whatever you want to call it.
Adam is a director that
Adam
works
is a
at
director.
the studio we work at.
Yeah. And a
Audience.
guy named Buxton, you can call him that. He's out in BC and he does the paintings. He did took the single images and turned them into Photoshop files. And he's really, really good in a lot of stuff. I learned a lot from him. We worked together for years. And he's an amazing painter, very fast and very detailed and stuff like that. And the 3 of us working together actually produced some pretty good artwork or pretty good effects. So it's going to be interesting to see all this together. But the timeline is a little concerning.
Yeah.
Just for the level, because it's going to have to be shown on a theater screen, and that makes for real interesting problems. Any sort of details that might be problematic that you would never see on a TV screen or a phone are going to now be magnified onto a 40-foot flipping wide screen. So every little screw up will be seen.
I always work to that standard.
Well,
when I love doing too much.
No.
Like I can't stop myself. I want to do the most.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do too, and I want to make sure.
Like tight deadlines fires me up so much. Like I really like these short deadlines. Like have been making my workouts so good because I'm
Well,
just like, actually, I'm having trouble sleeping. I might have to take something because I gotta
Yeah.
sleep.
yeah,
My doctor told me I have to sleep.
yeah. Well, I saw my doctor today. My doctor said lose some weight, but anyway, that's another story.
You should do
Um,
taekwondo.
You're like, screw you, doctor.
no,
Just for
I'm
that, I'm gonna eat
actually.
a burger.
I go to the gym, and I'm going to start going more to the gym. I think I need to do a little bit more cardio. That's the biggest thing.
Well,
Too
I
much
just
sitting.
pulled the trigger on my black belt test. Told
Very.
the master at the dojang that I'm ready.
Oh
So
my.
let me know when it is, and I will be there. So I
Okay.
need to scream and throw up at the same time right now. Excuse me.
Yeah, aren't those things extremely expensive? Like those tests?
Black belts?
It's like a couple $100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
actually not too bad.
yeah, no, he's super fair about it. But
Yeah.
my health is my number one value prioritized thing.
Mm-hmm.
Health as
So,
well. That's what they say.
well, yeah, if I don't take care of my
Except for
body,
these
it
days.
stops
I
working.
don't think anything's
So.
well
Yeah.
these days.
I had a friend of mine who actually she actually passed away from breast cancer, but she
Is this a
she didn't.
motivational speech?
Well, it is and it isn't. In that you have in
Butter
that
block.
in that you have her saying before she passed was that health isn't everything, because she had gone through several years of declining health, but her family bonds and her her ability to kind of deal with the children and things like that, and she during the cancer and stuff like that, she still ended up having a third child, which is pretty tricky to do when you're dealing with breast cancer.
I feel uncomfortable talking about a stranger's life like this.
She's no longer with us.
I don't think this is going to make it on the show.
The
I
point
don't
of the
think
matter.
that makes it more comfortable for
Anyway,
me.
the point of the matter is that she had a greater relationship with her family because she learned how to prioritize. Was the main thing. Is that even though her health wasn't the
We
greatest,
just had a gratitude talk. I don't want to keep hearing about your person. I'm allowed to state my boundaries. My doctor told me that.
Which one? Which one?
yeah, you're interfering with my boundaries now by contradicting my boundaries. That's the thing,
No,
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah.
You just rattling on about somebody's intimate life that I don't know isn't
no
a
names.
boundary.
No names.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Podcast.
This is why a live version is not a good idea.
Oh, I
So
think
you
it's a
talked
great
yourself
idea.
out of it?
No, I don't have a problem with that. Look, I don't know what it is, but I've been teaching for 25 years, so standing in front of an audience does not bother me.
Imagine how much trouble we can get in if, like, just interacting with people we don't know.
Well, that's the thing.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
They troll us and stuff, tell us we suck. We're just
we probably do. That's fine. I don't care.
Cool.
But then they'll have questions.
Amazing.
They'll have something to ask us, so we have some sort of signpost or lighthouse to aim toward, so we don't just wander down everybody's musings, because that's how we end up in fights.
Never end up in fights. We've been spirited discussions at best.
Oh, when I have to do my push-ups, I'm just gonna imagine you like yelling at me, and it's gonna like.
Why is it me? What?
Because you're always fighting me. You exclude Josh and Brian, and it makes me angry.
Brian says nothing. Literally,
Brian needs space to feel comfortable speaking, and you don't give anybody any.
Oh, and you with 8,000 Newfoundland stories. Holy crap!
Asking people questions instead of just talking about me and my shit and my friends and people I know.
Oh my god. If we can get a therapist on the show and get you two couples counseling, I would be so happy.
Oh my god.
I want to be there for it.
I think we're going to make a lot more progress now that I'm not going to yell, because then he starts yelling and then I start yelling, and it escalates. We have to keep it really mellow and grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should do mandatory breathing exercises every time.
I have been doing mandatory breathing exercises as part of my Taekwondo training. Because of my health problems, because I have physical health problems along with mental health problems, I'm a real winner. I actually have trouble breathing deeply because I have muscle weakness. So I get really oxygen starved. So part of my physical therapy is to practice breathing deeply because I don't get enough oxygen.
You got to fill up those lungs
You
and the
actually got to
belly.
breathe in your belly. Yeah.
Yeah, make room so your lungs can really fill up. And then you force it all out in a guttural growl, and you record it to a heavy metal soundtrack.
I can't inhale very deeply. It's a struggle.
Deep breathing.
I'm getting better at it. Practicing. My dog is like trying to climb up in my lap now because he wants to go out.
There's something wrong with my CPAP.
I'm doing the podcast.
You have a CPAP machine?
Yeah, and there's a little warning message on it saying the motor has exceeded its life or something. But it still works. Like I still breathe at night and stuff. But it's like, you should contact the thingy. And I'm like, I'll do it next week, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And
you should do that. Breathing is pretty important.
Yeah, it still works. It works great. Like, you know, it's still happy.
I remember we had one of these they sent out an email at one of the places I worked where it was like you could come to this like 1 hour breathing session. And I was like, I know how to breathe. Don't be telling me how to breathe. I was like, my back went up. I was like, what the fuck? I could have spent an hour doing that. Because, like, let's be real. No one has an hour to sit down and learn how to breathe from some guru who has never done a fucking day's work of their life. And
Did you go?
Yeah, no, I don't even know what happened there, honestly. I'm making, like, in my mind, I just, like, blew it totally out of proportion and made up some bullshit about it. And then when I started Taekwondo and all this stuff, I was like, oh, actually, I was supposed to be learning how to breathe. Somebody should have taught me, and I should have went to that.
Do you think all the people that went, were they blue? Were they like purple and stuff?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like, just try it, air in. They're like,
they had to pump oxygen into the room to get them like resuscitated.
Yeah.
Get them moving, get them lively.
This guy's dead. No, just put him in the breathing school. He'll be good. It's just a bunch of dead bodies. The guy at the front of the class going like, all right, here's how you do it.
Yeah, I think we need to like make a list of topics.
I mean, we can always look up animation news and see what's going on, but I don't know.
Well, there are some changes happening in the industry. People have been hopefully reading and keeping up with what is going on. There have been some subtle shifts back towards production. So
yeah, I've been seeing job postings and stuff really crop up again, which is nice. But it's not going to be for a while yet.
I think it'll come back not totally fast, but I think it'll come back maybe a little bit faster than we think we will. It's not going to be like years and stuff like that. It'll be a year or two.
I think it's going to be a lot like when I first started, where you'd work for about 6 months, and then you'd have a couple months where there was nothing, and then you worked for 6 months again. Like it was sort of like seasonal work in that way. So it might not come back to what it was like around COVID.
Where the boom was crazy.
Everybody's inside, therefore they must be watching Disney Plus. Therefore we're going to make a bunch of crappy cartoons.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like that. I also think a lot of that stuff too is people doing a lot of money grabbing stuff with the tax credits and all that.
Well, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there are some studios that have been putting out, pushes for, quicker, faster, more AI based things like that. But the thing is, they're doing more.
No good.
Well, it's bad, obviously, in the fact that they're using AI in that sense, but it's good in that instead of doing one cartoon, they're doing 3. So,
but they're coming out like crap. Like it's just it's not good for production. You can't keep anything consistent. So
I actually read today that Europe and Asia are really turning away from AI and stuff, and that North America is turning toward it.
Yeah. Well,
and I mean, I think that really says a lot about like the rise of anime on like Netflix and stuff. Like like there's tons of animes and stuff coming over because they are really like heart-driven stories about like like personal stories that matter to a person, and it makes you feel connected. If you're just trying to churn out the fastest shit you can, like Josh said, for profit, like that's this audience's money.
Yeah, and they're not going to stick around for it. They're going to be like, what is this? Like, this is dumb.
When they have the option
I think a part of the huge problem, especially with when I started in animation like over 20 years ago, is that like there was a lot of workers, but there wasn't a lot of cultivating of young talent to tell their stories and all that. And animation, like you can tell whatever story at whatever age, but it's largely a young person's domain to tell those stories because they connect so well with the younger generations. So when they're not cultivating young talent like that, it's kind of like, what are you doing? You know, like
Wow.
you're leaving lots of exciting ideas on the table. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, my son is 11 and I see so much stuff just like because I keep an eye on what he's watching. Hello. And
yeah,
and the like some of the creativity that these youngsters got with just like Roblox. They
yeah,
just have Roblox characters, like that's their stage, and they use the little characters to tell stories, and they're just like bopping up and down at each other, like they're just like hitting, like they're just screen capping, and
Hmm.
then
yeah.
adding captures and stuff over it. But like some of that stuff is great. Like there's so much really interesting little creative jobbies, and like cutting together different memes with sound effects and like really just expressive ways. Like I don't think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
any
yeah.
like of these like money grubbing like plots to like try and keep like the television like kids television alive, I don't think that's going to work. Like preschool is safe
No.
because
No.
parents will put a kid in front of a bluey so that they can learn
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
feelings. Some of us need to
And
learn about
Bluey's great.
feelings. This, if you're an adult and you don't know anything about feelings, watch Bluey.
Yeah, it's great. It's but I do think there needs to be like a larger variety.
Hmm.
It's just you have your Blueys, you have your old folks saying making the cartoons for the youngins going like behave, but you also need the young ones in that chaotic energy. You also need
Sure.
that like you also need the booger jokes and the stuff like that. That's just that will make kids want to sit down and like go nuts for a little bit, just to let out some of that energy.
Hmm. There was three centers of animation, I think, when I was growing up. And of course, the American one based around Disney or Warner Brothers stuff, and of course later into the later years there was a little bit more advancement in terms of their own homegrown stuff. But I mean, everything kind of originated with either Disney or Warner Brothers type cartoons in North American style, and then there was the Japanese stuff was coming over. I watched like Star Blazers, Space Battleship Yamato, and
I
things like
watched
that.
that.
Well, there was the old one. Both were really good. The old one doesn't hold up quite so well. And was certainly a lot of things that were a little bit skeevy back then, but it was intended for adults.
You remember
But
Ranma and a half?
oh my God, the Dr. Sane,
the,
I think it was
the
Dr.
guy who gets
Sane.
wet and turns into a girl.
No, there was the
Well, that's like we hit the sexy jitsu part of Naruto, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about all of the pervy sage stuff.
oh
Yeah.
there was a
That was an
lot of stuff.
interesting conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the original Yamato, which was definitely over my head at the time, and certainly was definitely cut for North American television. But there was Battle of the Planets, and there was Macross, and there was a bunch of other stuff as it proceeded, and there was a lot of good stuff that came out, from there. And then in the middle of all that, there was European animation, which was just fucking unbelievably weird. It was just stuff that came out in Heavy Metal magazine, or there was some of this what was it, Fantastic Planet. There was some other stuff that was just strange. I'm not sure
I
if
had
anyone's.
Fantastic Planet.
Yeah, there was a movie called, I think it was called Fantastic Planet, and that
Yeah,
was like a
that's the
French
one
movie.
with that was done with painted cutouts.
Yeah, there
And
was like the
it was great. It was beautiful. There's one called it's Japanese. It's called Belladonna of Sadness, and it just
mhm,
got like a few years ago. I don't know how long ago now, but it got like a really wonderful Blu-ray release, and I picked it up. And
mhm.
it's like the animation in that is so friggin' wild.
Yeah, some of the
Like
stuff that
dancing
I
satanic penises and stuff like that. Just
there
like
we go. Yeah, there was a
a
lot
lot
of
of
stuff I
Soviet era animation too. Like
Yeah, I've
is
seen some of that
so
stuff.
good.
Yeah, so it was just amazing, but it was weird. Holy crap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there wasn't that much of it in the Central European theater compared to North America, and of course to the animation coming out of Japan, and to some extent Korea, I guess at the time. There was always things that were done over there, that was being regurgitated back over here. Some imports and so forth like that. But there was once in a while there was stuff that was sent overseas to be redone. Even I guess even Simpsons and a few other things in the early days were redone, or a lot of it was bulk made over somewhere else. And it's just one of those weird things that where the styles are so dramatically different. North American was very kidified, very geared towards, again, the Disney Warner Brothers kind of aesthetic. Although Warner Brothers these days, of course, is the old coyote. You can't show them, a coyote holding a damn piece of dynamite or anything else like that, or the kids are all going to pull themselves up. Gosh, dynamite pick it up at the toy store, but whatever.
I'm
anyway,
losing track of what the topic is again.
It's just we're talking about. Well, pay the fucking attention.
Oh, you want me to participate more thoroughly? You want me to perk up and like care about the podcast?
Scott like in a rocking chair, just like going back and forth, just yelling at the camera.
Oh my God!
Back in my day, they allowed coyotes to blow themselves up.
That's true. They did.
I loved the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner when I was a kid. I thought they were fantastic. I love the whole paintings. I look forward to seeing the Acme movie. The surrealistic of the surrealism. The surrealism of it.
Versus
there
Acme.
You go. That's what I liked.
That could be cool.
Everybody's frozen. It's freaking me out. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you have 7 minutes.
You're breaking up there
seconds.
again, Chief.
Kind of fun. It's like you're going through time.
Yeah, you've been frozen for like the last 3 minutes.
Am I better now?
You are. You gotta no, not anyway. I gotta disappear anyway. I got people to see and things to do. So, I'm gonna chat. But
I have no life.
Oh,
I got nowhere to go.
Tracy's just frozen.
Nowhere to be. And Tracy's frozen in time.
Tracy's frozen.
Now you're frozen.
Yeah. However, I do like the beginnings of this. I think
we're finding it. I figured it would take a year.
That's
why I said it as a year. That's the thing about marketing.
We have to figure out what our groove actually is.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Thanks for getting on board.
We don't do any prep work.
Well, we're too diverse.
That's the beauty of it.
Too diverse.
That's what makes it.
In our differences, we're exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely to see all you fine people again.
Have fun.
Do some more.
Bye.
We have to do a live one. See ya. Take care.
Yeah, you're moving again and everything.
Okay.
Oh, you really did leave.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we got 6 minutes left. You can't leave right now.
Quitter. I did so much prep to like not yell. I'm 50% of this problem, obviously. Communication is a two-way street.
I'm serious. We got to get a couples counselor in here. Just pay them for an hour, right?
I think we're finding it. We're both socially stunted. So getting us to find like a common ground is just taking time, and it'll happen. Brian's tired of waiting. That's why Brian's always busy. He's like, I can't watch this. Which actually makes it more fun for me, like, because I couldn't believe Brian agreed to do this at all.
Yeah, well, it was kind of his idea, wasn't it? Like,
no,
he was the one that was. It was yours, right? Whose idea was it?
I just that thing that I sent you. That was my entire idea, and I just started asking people if they wanted. And then the reason we put it on Sound Struggle in the first place was just like instant monetization. So I'm like, there's a chance we'll make some money. And we made $43, guys. We're going to once we get this figured out and streamlined, I know it's going to happen. We're on our way. Like, me and Scott didn't yell like barely at all that time. And there was only the briefest interlude into like the wallows of despair or whatever, which I don't think that's very entertaining. I love wallowing in despair. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that, although maybe the goths will come.
Maybe the viewership will be down because they want the yelling. They want the conflict, So
that'd
it's like
be
you got to bring it back.
I think it hurts Scott's feelings and he's just putting on a brave face.
I don't even think it registers.
I'm not sure though. So until I know, I feel like it's irresponsible for me to just go shouting my mouth off all the time, because I hurt people's feelings sometimes inadvertently, because I really have no idea what people's capacity and tolerance for aggression is, because I can go all the way. I love fighting. I really just get energized by it and I find it really fun. But kindly people along the way took the time to teach me that apparently people have feelings and you were supposed to be actually before like the first like 5 or 6 podcasts, my husband actually said, Tracy, don't forget, guys have feelings too. And I'm like, ugh.
Ew.
What a hindrance to my life. Why does everybody go around with so many feelings? Just turn them off. And he's like, that's a disorder, Tracy. That's a disorder.
You need
like,
feelings to help you survive and all that.
Well, they're really, this is one of the reasons I really got into absurdism, because as a kid, I really wanted to be an artist and a writer and a creator, but I also am completely disconnected from my emotions most of the time.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out how to like reconnect is something I've been working on, along with the Taekwondo stuff, right?
Yeah. Absurdism works. Absurdism works really well if you're really tapped into your feelings, because you're like, it's all metaphors for that stuff, right? Like it's all,
Well, coming from Newfoundland, where people are like literally making life a joke as a way of life, like the whole province is kind of in on the joke.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons that people really struggle to integrate there, because they don't get in on the joke. And
until
then
it's too late.
No, they just don't. And then Newfoundlanders are like, oh, geez, things are too good for us, do they? And then people are like, they think that I'm uppity? Why do they think that? And it's because they're not in on the joke. And when I was a kid, I was like, if I could just figure out how to explain this whole situation, like if I could just find the right words, figure out the spell, cast the spell.
Make a documentary of like where you grew up and stuff. Film the
I might just spend the summer with a journal.
Yeah.
And kind of just
take some video of it. Take some video of the garden shed and all that stuff. The peg you were tied to. Oh.
I mean, I'm 40. Come on. That was, 38 years ago.
The garden shed's long gone.
Yeah. But I mean, people still tie their kids on. Like they just have monkey backpacks. That makes it okay. Right?
Oh, it's no longer like around like the
child
neck.
leash.
Like, it's no longer in a choke chain.
I was in a little harness thing, and they just had it clipped to the harness. That's no different than a monkey backpack.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, listen, you got a 2 or 3 year old and you're running around like fixing cars and doing all sorts of stuff. You don't want your kid in the river. They'll die.
That's
you
true.
don't want your kid in the street. They'll die.
That's very true. You can't lock them in the basement. It's not good.
We didn't have a basement. We lived in a garden shed.
Well, there you go.
There's no basements in garden sheds, Josh. That's silly.
That's true. That's very true. We got less than a minute. Do you want to do share, like, subscribe, comment, share?
Like, share, subscribe, all those things that internet people ask you to do.
Like,
we'll see you in the next
subscribe.
Video. Tell us what you like. Subscribe. Tell us what you hate.
Yeah, talk to us.
Thanks for getting to the end. Wow.
Another one.
Man, I hope your coffee's always hot. Hope your pillow's always the cool side up. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and share. Sharing's always important. Sharing's.
Who would you share this with?